previous video I explained you basics of provisioning, and I used the Ubuntu image. In this video I will show you how to do the provisioning on a Windows box. So let me delete this image first. Vagrant destroy, and let me type -4 so it won't ask me for prompts. So Windows boxes are not free, but we can search for Windows boxes in Vagrant Cloud if anyone uploaded them, any trial versions. So and also if it is a Linux machine, I am using Vagrant SSH to connect to that machine, but that doesn't work with the Windows. So as an alternative, I can use Vagrant PowerShell or Vagrant RDP if you want to connect using remote desktop client. And Windows doesn't use SSH by default, but as an alternative we can use WinRM. Windows can use SSH if some SSH server is installed on Windows, but preferred one is WinRM because internally SSH of Windows uses some functionalities of WinRM again, because WinRM comes with the default in the Windows. So let me create a Windows VM, and I found one image from mrock. So let me create a vagrant file. Let me create some other folder, or just delete this. _world vagrant file. Let me change this. Two things I will change here. First of all, I need to change the image. I will use one 2016 image from another person's repository. Let me set the host name also. Let's say some host Windows. Let me remove all this part. GUI RAM itself, let it keep anything. We keep these two configurations for setting the IP address. This one just a variable I created, and I'm setting that to this private network instead of directly writing here. And one more setting I need to do is I need to set it as to use instead of SSH, I need to mention it as WinRM. So for that I will set here as WinRM. And Let me save it and just type vagrant up. This will download the image first. What happened? Okay, it's case sensitive. It's downloading the box now. It's taking some 18 minutes. In the meanwhile, I will show you one more concept. Uh, if you remember, uh, I created a dummy vagrant file first by using vagrant init command, right? And it contains many features. Instead of keeping all these things, we can simply use the hyphen minimal option, so it won't keep many configurations. It will keep only the required minimum ones, the basic one, just a box, no comments, nothing. Let's come to this once again. The original file where we are working. Let it install. In the meanwhile, let me do the provisioning part for this. If it is a Linux, I will be using shell provision, right? Here also we will be using the shell provision only, but config.vm.provision we will be using shell, but instead of using shell scripts .sh files, we will be using our ps1 files. ps1 files are for PowerShell, so this shell internally uses PowerShell. So let me write my PowerShell ps1 file also, provision.ps1. Extensions are not showing. Let me write that content first. Here I can write whatever file I want. Let me copy. Yeah, this one is from the blog I copied. from internet. It will just download a zip file, and extract that zip file and set that to the path. Extract that, and it will install that file. It is just expanding that RQ. File, and it is printing the version of that exe extracted. Before that, it will check whether that folder already exists. So whenever you run the provision, if it is already installed, it will skip that part, because provisions will run every time. When you keep force provision, it won't check whether that state is the machine is already there or not. That's why we will be using Ansible for configuration management, and you can set Ansible provisioners in the vagrant. So let's see the output of it. Still it is showing some 15 minutes. So once the machine is up, this provisioning it won't run now because I didn't save it, and the vagrant already loaded this file. So next time when the system is running, we can just type vagrant provision command. It will run these commands. So it will run the ps1 file by copying this file inside. As how this ps1 file is copied is, it won't copy. By default, the current working directory will be available on the virtual machine as a shared folder, as root drive. If it is a Linux, it will be using /vagrant as the file. This is the location of the file, of the folder of the current working directory. For Windows, it will be on the C directly or in the user drive. You need to cross check that. You can get that by fetching the current working directory of this provision. You can type in Google get current location PowerShell. By typing the command get location, if you open PowerShell, get location will show me the path of the current working directory. So I will use the same here in the provision part before here. So you can observe from where this ps1 file is running. Still running. Oh, 2 minutes left. Let's wait till it completes. Let me pause the video. Now the download is successful. It is extracting the box. It will extract to C users this repo name and this folder, and for this front slash it will write the name as vagrant slash to differentiate between folder structure and this one. Still, yeah, it's extracting now. It's trying to execute commands with WinRM. Still booting. Now machine is up and running. Now it is setting the host name. It's restarting the machine again after setting the host name. It had kept port forwarding and all these things also. Two network adapters are there, NAT and host only. You can see this port forwardings 33895985926 in the VM properties of VirtualBox. Let me open the shortcut. Go to settings, network. You can see this port forwardings, the ports, host port and guest port, the destination, which I created here. 127.0.0.1 refers to loopback address. Ports are enabled for SSH, RDP, WinRM and WinRM SSL also, redirection. Machine is rebooted, but it kept some timeout, so it's waiting for it to complete. Once the machine is up and running, it will run the provision.ps1. See, vagrant provision will show you the output again. Now meanwhile I will show you vagrant RDP also. It's running the provisioner shell. You see, vagrant RDP, open my RDP client. Vagrant provision is running this provisioner shell inside the PowerShell. Windows. Vagrant WinRM will connect to the, you see the output got it installed. See the console and all, whatever may be the output because it's already run. Vagrant WinRM or vagrant PowerShell we'll connect to PowerShell prompt of it, like it done SSH prompt there, you see. And PowerShell remoting should be enabled while it's connecting to, while we are creating box. Now you can type host name here and see host-win, right? WinRM will be connected. So vagrant PowerShell is running. Vagrant WinRM is not showing the output, but vagrant PowerShell, you can use it as a replacement for vagrant SSH here. So vagrant PowerShell, how you are connected, you can use the similar vagrant CMD also to execute the commands. Vagrant PowerShell, it is directly connecting to the uh, PowerShell prompt, but CMD command and WinRM, you need to mention the specific commands there, then it will execute that. As an example, you can see this. If you go to this WinRM hyphen command and the command you want to execute, elevated will in the run and mode. If you want to execute that particular commands, you can try these commands from your end and see. Vagrant CMD ping, and let's see. This is the syntax. You can try by hyphen